I thank you very much for coming, despite of the rain, an hour before our celebration this morning. If you remember last Sunday, we reflected upon wisdom. And we said that wisdom is perceptible only by a lover. Today's first reading from the book of Proverbs points out this great and wise lover in the person of a worthy wife. And the book of Proverbs said that this kind of wife is difficult to find. Kini nga matang sa asawa, lisod kaayo pangitaon. I hope the wives who are here will add their number. She is a great lover, not just to her husband, but also to the poor and the needy. That is how large and big her heart is. It is not only a heart that is inclusive to the husband. It is a heart that is enlarged, that is capable of welcoming others, especially the poor and the needy. She obtains wool and flax and works with her loving hands. Magtahi siya. Ginamit ang iyang mga kamot. Ang tanan nga iyang pagabuhaton, dili pinaagi sa machine. It is through her hands. It's very personal. The love that she shows to people, to her husband, to the poor is something very personal. Everything that she does communicates her very person. Her love, her patience, her endurance. Og tungod kay magtahi man siya, kinahanglan nga maayo ang iyang pananaw. She should have a clear vision. Kung dili maayo ang iyang panglantaw, dili maayo ang iyang pagtahi. No. Magliko-liko na ang iyang pagtahi. But if you notice our parents, our old parents, especially our grandparents, grandmothers, kung magtahi sila o isulod nila ang tanod sa karayom, no, sa dagom, o muabot sila sa usa ka intricate part sa ilang gitahi, what do we notice? Ila bang bukahon pag-ayo ang ilang mga mata? Dili. We are very much surprised tungod kay the more intricate ang ilang pagtahi o isulod nila ang tanod sa gamay nga lungag sa dagom, makita nato nga mura og ilang i-close ang ilang mata. Di ba? Naka-notice mo, ana? Murag magpiyong sila kung ilan ning buhaton. No? Nangutan ako sa akong lula ni Ana sa una, why do you apparently or seemingly close your eyes when you do this very intricate thing? Ingon siya, it appears that I am almost closing my eyes kung magtahi ko o magbutang sa tanod sa needle, because the more focused I am, the more I am able to do it well. What we focus on magnifies. In the letter of Paul to the Thessalonians, in our second reading this morning, Paul reminded the Thessalonians to focus on living their faith as they await for the surprising coming and return of the Lord. They should not be misled with things that are fleeting, that are temporary, that are passing. They should focus on the things that are precious to God. And what is that? Living their faith day by day. And that is vigilance. That is vigilance. To have focus on something very important. And that is how they will prepare the coming of the Lord. The gospel also gives us an indicator or a guide to be prepared for the coming of the Master of the Lord, who entrusts us with different talents and gifts. In the parable, we heard the master giving someone with 5 talents, and upon his return it increased by 5. And the other one was given 2 talents, and it became 4. But the other one, who was given 1 talent, it did not yield an increase. It remained just 1 talent. And this made the master angry. Five yielded to 5. 2 yielded to 2. God does not expect us for something that is beyond the things that He has given us. God is very understandable, but He is very glad if the servant is able to yield a harvest, to yield an increase of the talents entrusted to him or to her. The last servant, who was given 1 talent, was not able to gain an increase of the talent given to him. Why? Because he was so afraid to take risk. He was so afraid to fail. This is the kind of fear that inhibits action, a fear that paralyzes a person to do something good and great using the talents God has given us. that will not yield a good increase or harvest. In order to yield an increase of the gifts of God, of the talents of God, we need to take risk. We might fail along the way, but it doesn't matter. Because failures are part of being successful. Failures are part of refining something so that this something will become a very good thing. But who is the person who is capable of taking risk? It is the person who loves. Kamo mga mingyo karon. When your husband, when you were still single, nga nahigugma gid sa imo, dugay nimong sugton. Dili ba magsunod-sunod siya sa imo? Kung imong ingnon nga, no, I don't like you. All the more magsunod-sunod sa imo. Dili day kaganahan sa ako, ha? The more you refuse the person, the more he persists. Who can do that? Only a person who loves. Parents, how many times you have given chances after chances to your children? At times, your fingers are not enough to count the number of chances you have given them. Why? Because you love. At times, we are tempted to say to ourselves, oh, ayaw ko na, tama na. It hurts so much. I have already forgiven you. You have been unfaithful to me. I have already forgiven you. I don't want to love again. And we look at Jesus. We turn to Him, and He will tell us, He will say to us, that is precisely what I'm doing to you. You have been hurting me, but I keep on loving you. Because it is better to be hurt for having loved than being hurt for not having loved at all. Ang sugat ay bahagi ng pagmamahal. And loving daily will prepare us for the coming of the Lord. And by loving moment by moment, we are able to increase the gifts and the talents that God has given us. All of us gathered here, and those of you who are watching and participating online this Eucharistic celebration. All of us are being given by God with different talents and gifts. And He would be very happy that we will yield an increase of those gifts, not for Him, but for us. For us. Because what gives joy to God is when He sees that we are becoming better and better persons. We are becoming every day the kind of person that God desires. God bless us all. Amen.